Hello. How's it going? Nice to be here. Nice to see you. Maybe it would help if I went to actual comments. That would help. Hi, Shan. That was quick. You were here quickly. You're speedy. I can do that. Shan Saban. Is that right? I can do that, missus. I will give you a reading. I'll pull you a couple of cards. Nice to see you. Whoops. Trying to not drop my cards is always a good idea. But it does happen. And you're on YouTube. So good. You were very quick off the mark. Shan, where are you, Shan? Hi, Soumya. How you doing? Right, I'm with you, Shan. Shan. I'm going to pull for Shan right now. If I could have her in the middle, that would be lovely. Thank you so much, Shan. This is yours, and so is this. Right then. Let's see where we're at for you, missus. Right then, so this is interesting, this is about the choices that you need to make. I'll show you the cards. Hi Donna, I'll show you the cards, but I'm going to give you the short of it and then I'll go into a little bit more detail for you. Right, so at the heart of it, we've got the Empress, which speaks very much of the way you look after yourself, the way you look after other people, the nurturing that you bring to yourself and to your life, to other people's lives. But what I see for you right now is that we have a choice to be made, because I've got the Seven of Cups, which is very, very cute in this situation. But this is about you making sure that the choices you make are going to work for not just you, but for other people around you. So it feels as though there's a decision coming up for you that you're going to have to think quite carefully through without jumping in. Make sure the choices make sense for you and for other people. And it's almost like you need to do it on an emotional level. Come down the bottom. Tell me if you understand. Hi, Isabel. Tell me if you understand, Shan. But what I want to say to you more than anything is that don't do it just yet. I would take my time. Be as kind as you possibly can. And sometimes that means not doing anything. Hi, Derek. It means not doing anything at all, which is sometimes one of the most difficult things. We feel like we have to take action. We have to do something. We have to make choices. We have to make a decision now. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to sit on it, marinate a little bit in your brain so that you get the best possible outcome and let go of how you used to do things and start to think in a way that makes sense for more people. So I will leave that with you. I didn't hear back from you to see whether that was making sense. If I choose you, please do come down the bottom. I know there is a lag. Hi, Marie. How you doing, Donna? Right then, Claire Louise, I'll work with you, girlfriend. I hope that word made sense for you, Shan. I'm with you, Claire Louise. Claire Louise. I will pull from my Pussycat deck that I've got with me today. And I will get to lots more of you. I've only just got here 4 minutes ago, so there's plenty of time. Claire, if I do pull for you, please do come down the bottom and say, yes, I understand. And I know there's a lag, so it takes a minute. Claire, my pleasure. Ace of Swords. Right then. I've got 3 decks here because I like to change decks every so often. King of Wands and the Star. Okay, so this is interesting, I feel as though, come down the bottom, let me know if you understand what I've got for you. The King of Wands is quite a big energy that's been around you. I don't think it is you. I think it's been around you. So it's almost like I need to heal now from that energy that's been, look how cute that is. So cute. Can't find it in there. Yeah. This is about the healing from hi Katie. There's an energy around you that's been kind of stifling to you. It's almost like I feel when I'm with that person, it's almost vampiric. If you don't know what I mean, I feel like you will start to understand in a little while. And I feel like you need to wake up to that situation. You need to kind of engage and fire off the synapses of your brain so that you can start to think, what do I need? What makes me happy? What is right for me? Because it sometimes feels when we have this sort of energy within our orbit with the people that we know, it's a lot. And it's almost like, I'm not going to say controlling, but it does take you to a point where it's like, if there's 5 people, this is the one that chooses where we go to eat. This is the one that says what we're going to do this evening. This is the one that says where we're going to go on holiday. And everyone else is like, yeah, all right, let's do that. And it's like, I don't necessarily want to do that anymore, Claire. I feel as though I haven't heard back from you, but I would love to know that that makes sense for you, because I do feel you're going to start to need to, you do understand. Thank you. I feel because I got the Ace of Swords, which is such a great card for your thinking to sort of, what's the word, where we suddenly polarity, not polarity, where we start to kind of hone in on the idea, where we're very laser pointed, where we start to think, yes, I need to do this, I need to do that. And then you get to a point where you can put away, and you start to, in a while, you start to look back on what you were thinking and what you were doing and think, I don't know how that happened. And then you realize how it happened, because we all get into vulnerable places where we can be in those positions where other people's energies can sort of squash our own. Hi, Georgette. Hi, Darlene. How you doing? Rachel Louise George, are you here, girlfriend? I'll work with you. Rachel Louise George. It's easy for me to say. Rachel Louise George, are you here? I hope that made sense. Hi, Andrea. It's very nice to see you all. It's nice to see you, Katie. You're welcome, Claire. I hope that made sense. Rachel Louise, I'm going to choose a different deck for you, because sometimes I end up pulling the same cards for everyone, and I don't want that to happen. Hello, Galman Wallace. Hi, Amy Louise. Right. Rachel, I'm with you, girlfriend. Rachel Louise George. Louisa Jane, your name is showing up, so it is working. Goody gumdrops. We've moved across to another page, haven't we? Rachel Louise, Rachel Louise, Rachel Louise, Rachel Louise. I will get with lots and lots of you, because I've got the best part of an hour. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. That's yours. The Eight of Wands. I've changed to a different deck. All right, then, the Six of Cups and the Two of Wands. Okay, so this is quite a grown-up looking deck, actually. The Six of Cups is very much about what used to be, about a nostalgic feeling. It's a lovely card, if I can get it into the actual view. And it speaks to kind of received wisdom, the things that have been passed on, the emotional processes that you've had, that you used to have, that seem to be something coming back from the past in quite a fast way, interestingly, because the Eight of Wands and the Two of Wands here, I know it's not, this is much more grown up than the last deck. Can you see? I'm going the wrong way. There we are. So what I want to say to you is that the thing, if it hasn't happened, all right, and it's coming, is someone from the past or some long lost feeling is going to resurrect. That could be a person, it could be a thought, it could be a feeling from your past, and it's suddenly going to come into your conscious in the present day, and you're going to feel like you need to do something about it. Now, what I would suggest is that you don't do anything about it in a hurry. If you've got something you need to do about it, then I would take my time, because the Two of Wands would preclude you moving very quickly on the thing that's going to come to you quickly, if this makes sense. You're welcome, Shan. It's interesting because when somebody comes back from the past, it brings up a feeling of who we used to be. And very often that feeling we liked about ourselves, we find ourselves in a position where you kind of feel freer, where it's before the incumbents that you have now happen to you, if that makes sense. And so it's going to start to be quite alluring to go back to a time and a place when. But what I'm going to say is give it some thought, give it another thought, and then think again, because you don't want to act on anything in a hurry, even though things might rush in on you. And if you don't know what it is, I feel like you will start to get to know what it is. It will be an old feeling, an old thought, an old memory, an old person, even like a reunion thing. So just give it the thought that you need to, and it will be fine. Don't run into it, because this card sometimes takes us places quickly when we know necessarily it's not going to work for us in the best possible way. So it's just about being mindful, really. So I'm going to leave that with you. Okay. Right then, Louisa Jane, I'll work with you. Please do let me know how these resonate for you, Louisa Jane. I can see you. I'm going to change my deck again, and there they are. They're still in their bag. I've also got an oracle deck, so if you would love an animal oracle, please do just shout out about that as well, because why not? They're cute as well. So this is another animal deck. You can tell my favourite decks have got animals in them. Hi, Margot. Hi, Isabel. Right then. Louisa Jane. Louisa Jane. Louisa Jane. I will get to lots more of you. I know there's a bit of a lag, so you might hear your reading and then like in about 3 months' time say, yes, I understood it, Lisa. It was very good, very, very good. Right then, Louisa Jane. I amuse myself. Right, Louisa Jane. Hope you're still here, mate. Matey. Right then. So we've got lots of animals now. Right, Louisa Jane, Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords. Okay, you know what? Sometimes I feel as though you worry about the future. I know lots of us do, and it's easy for me to say that. But for you, I feel as though you worry about getting it wrong. It's almost like you're a person that can go to bed early, wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and like, and then you've got a thought and then you run with it. And it's like, oh my God, what do I do? Do I stay in my situation? Do I move away from my situation? Actually, so that's where I'm at. Louisa, does that make sense? Before I continue, and then I will continue because I have other things to say to you about it. And I'm going to show you. Got the Knight of Wands, the Lizard, and the Nine of Swords. Does this make sense? You're laughing, but does it make sense? Otherwise, I won't carry on. I need to know whether it actually makes sense. If it's made you laugh, that's good. Is it making you laugh because it rings true? Okay, I need actually some feedback before I continue. If you could really get on it with me and be in my sort of time zone. I know it's difficult, but does that mean you understood? Because I don't want to continue unless I know that you understood it. Because of the energy that I use with my guides, we need to know that we're on your wavelength. Because we tune into you and you tune into us, and it's all about the go. I know you're there. I'm glad you're here. Do you understand what I've said to you? I wonder what the lag is. It must be about 3 me, and it is about getting it wrong. That's the thing. See, the thing is, you're already kind of, when we worry about getting it wrong, it almost stops us from doing our best in the first place, because I feel like you're something of a, in the day, okay, I feel like you're something of a perfectionist, and this Nine of Wands is a little bit anxious. There is a bit of thought swirling and it goes around, and because I feel like there's something, I actually feel as though it's either that you need to get away from this thinking, and obviously you do, but it could be that there's a situation that you're not clear on that you actually need to get away from. It would be better for you to stop worrying about a particular thing and just walk away from it. That's what I'm getting for you, because I've got the 8 of Cups, and it does speak to you walking away from a situation, even though you thought it was going to go on and on and on and on. Sometimes we think this is our life now and that's how it's going to be, and we've got this vision, this sort of tunnel, how it's going to be, and actually there's a part of it we need to step away from, and then we can branch out and our life will be just a lot better. But we just think, well, you know, this is fine, it'll do, I just do this. But actually I want you to step away from a certain part of your life, and I feel like that anxiety is going to go away from you if you do. And that feels like it's a situation that you thought was more secure than it is. Or it's not that it's not secure, it's just that it's not working for you, and that's where you're getting the stress from. So I'll leave that with you, girlfriend. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that it took me, that there's a lag, because I know that you've probably been answering me. Virgo, I know you've been answering, but I haven't seen it until now. So you probably said that about a month ago. Right then, where are we? Let's see. Katie, Animal Oracle. Katie Newkirk, are you there, girlfriend? Katie, Aminal Oracle. Let me see if Katie Newkirk's here. Thank you. I'm glad you got it anyway. I know there's a lag, and I'm sorry. Katie, are you here, girlfriend? Otherwise, we can go back and I'll tell you it was at 14 minutes 27. Right, Katie Newkirk. Katie. Let's scrolling. Hello, Shemaine. Katie, right. Katie on YouTube. Right then, Katie, your Aminal is coming. Aminal. That is how you say it. I don't know. Oh, you've got a good one. You've got wrong way. Right, you've got a bobcat spirit, which is very cute, and it says life is a mystery. Now, for you, that would mean it's all to discover. I feel as though, you know, that expression, inquiring minds want to know. So for you, this is very much about what can I discover? What can I find out? Where can I go? What can I read? What can I learn? Who can I meet? What travel can I do? It's almost like you've got so much to discover, and that means for you that there's like a whole world out there. So please don't narrow your horizons in any way. And interestingly, underneath, if I read it in the way that I do tarot, and I do the bottom card energy as well, this says watch your words, and that's a parrot spirit, and obviously they kind of trot out what they've been told before. So for you, this very, very much means make your own way, forge your own path. Don't trot out other people, and I'm not saying that you do, don't trot out other people's notions and ideas as though your own. It's almost like you want to discover what's real for you, politically, religion, all of those things. It's like, I'm not going to take your word for it. I need to find for myself, and that's completely fine. And it's not like you're going to just I heard this, it must be true, like people do on Facebook or somewhere, or like on X, whatever it's called. For you, this is very much about, I'm my own person, I make my own decisions, and I love that. It really makes sense, particularly with the bobcat, because they're kind of exciting, and so life can be very exciting when we kind of go on a field of discovery. And what can we learn, what can we find out? It's like we're going to suck up all this knowledge, and I'm not going to just trot out other people's ideas because they're tired and old, and I want the new, I want the new, I want all the new for me. So I'm going to leave that with you, girlfriend. Thank you so much. Yes, Margot. Margot. Where in the world are we all today? I'm in the UK today. Margot McKay. Alliterative. Would you like an aminal? I feel like I want to give you an aminal. You're welcome, love. You're welcome. Margot aminals. I'm going to give you an oracle card, and then I will move back to tarots. Right then, Margot. That was yours. It fell very deliberately. Oh, I love these. They're so cute. Owl spirit. You can see clearly now Lorraine has gone. Who else thinks it's Lorraine? I can see clearly now Lorraine has gone. I thought, well, she was right in the way, wasn't she? Okay, so this is very much about the scales fell. Nottingham, cold and miserable here as well. The scales fell from my eyes, Margot. It's almost like the wisdom that you've always had, you can actually see things for how they really are. You know, sometimes people would say things, no, Margot, this is what's true. No, you've got it wrong. You haven't. You can absolutely see what's happening. It's very much about but interestingly, and the last card, which I will look at the energy of for you as well, is vulture spirit. How cute is that? Now, we know that nothing is wasted with a vulture because they're carrion creatures. They eat carrion. So what they'll do is they'll go in and pick the bones, and they will get every last bit. So for you, this is very much about now that you see more that you do, the way that you see things more clearly. And I know that you will start to think, even me saying it is going to jog you to think, you know what, I was right. My instinct was right. My gut was right. And then you will find that it's fine that you may have thought differently the day before yesterday, but now you see this because it's not wasted. You can use that energy, you can use that information in a way that will work going forward. And as they say, with nothing wasted, it's like we say, you know how people say, oh, I wasted some years with so-and-so, or da-da-da-da. It's not wasted, but it might feel like at the moment, what a shame. But then it moves on to become something that we call experience, and that can never be wasted time or energy. It was worth it to you to get where you are. And so I like that when we think in those terms, we can turn it around, but not necessarily at the time. It's always like with the value of hindsight, Margot. So for you, trust that what you see is the truth for you and not someone else's, and know that your experiences are not wasted in that regard. And I really like that for you. These are great cards. If anybody would like Oracle, you're very welcome to. Andrea, it's cold and miserable everywhere. It's annoying. It's like, why can't we just have some sunshine? Last couple of years ago, I'm sure we were all outside in t-shirts, and now it's like thermal vests. Andrea, I'm with you, girlfriend. Andrea Reese, I'm sure you asked me for a reading. Now I've got, what have I got? Hearts and sunflowers. And Donna's sending hearts and butterflies. Thank you. So, Andrea, I'm with you, matey. You're welcome, Margot. Good luck, Galman. I can't tune in for you for that, but I wish you lots and lots of luck, Cindy. I do wish you lots of luck. Andrea, I'm with you. Because that feels like nothing I can say will make a difference to it. So you'll all find out when you find out. So all the best to you, Cindy. Right then, Andrea. There you go, matey. All right, there. Let's see what Andrea needs to know. I'm going to tune into my guides, who's going to tune into your guides, and then they're going to tell you what you need to know. Andrea, there we go. 9 of Swords. I'll show you them in a sec. I just always go, oh, they're so cute. Right then. All right, mate. Oh, matey, this is so interesting because it starts off feeling like, wow, things have got to change. I can't keep going. I can't keep doing what I've already done and what I've been doing. I have to let things change. And when they do, excuse me, that's my water going down the wrong. So I've got Death and Resurrection, the card that speaks of change to the point where life changes for the better. Because what I see with the 9, to you too, Cindy. So when I see this card, how cute is that? I know that this little pussycat, she's worked hard for the life that she's got and she wants to maintain it, and she's perfectly able to maintain it, but she's been through it. I feel like this pussycat has really been through it, because I had this card earlier, the 9 of Swords, and that speaks to a certain anxiety, a certain sort of shift where we're kind of in our head a lot and worrying, and things just feel a bit like, oh my goodness, it's really difficult. I wish things would change. But actually, when changes come upon us, how do we react to them? How do we deal with them? The sort of like closer we get to the eye of the storms that we weather, the better we come out of them. And this is very much how that works. It's almost like if we want to become a butterfly, we can't just sit there. We have to go through something. And for you, I feel like you've been through it already. You've been through something. And when you come out the other side, you're actually in a position where you're going to feel more like, I've got money. I've got more that I'm able to look after myself better than I ever thought I could, really. And look at the fruit. So we're talking fruitfulness. We're talking longevity. We're talking like we're going to put down some really firm, good roots. Okay. Oh, bless your heart. But you're on the end of that. I'm so sorry. But I do. The funny thing with the bottom one, this is about success again, which goes so well with this very well looked after pussycat who's done her best and taken her time, and she knows that she's like on it. She's on it. She's got in charge of herself. She's in charge of her life, and that for you is going to be how it goes. Mediums are financial. Yeah, exactly that. Thank you, Veronica. I do feel for you that we're on the up now. So please start to look forward. Please start to think of the things that you enjoy and look forward to, and how much pleasure you get from them, and the small things too, and the larger things will start to look after themselves. You know how they say take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves, that kind of thing. So where are we? Goody gumdrop. Reading? I don't know. I don't know if you did. It's nice to see. It's nice to see the symbols, but if you want a reading, I don't actually. Sometimes people say hi, so I don't know. Did you say please? I didn't see. You're so welcome, Andrea. Let's see. Amanda Reynolds, I'm with you. Dropping my cards. I'm with you, Amanda Reynolds. Thank you so much. And then I'll get with you, Donna. Hi, Jemmy. I like that name. I'll get with Donna after Amanda. Right then. Work related. Are you in work, Mandy Reynolds? I'm calling you Mandy like we know each other. Amanda Reynolds. Because sometimes when we ask for a work card, it's because we're looking for a job. Sometimes if we ask, it's because we're in a job and we hate it. We want another one. So it's like, should I stay? Should I go? What should I do? I don't know what to do. So I'm going to give you the lowdown on a work-related card because I don't know whether you're working or not. Amanda. Right then. Oh, King of Pentacles, Magician. Wow, this is really interesting, you know. Yes, okay, you are. So this is like, I feel like I want to tell you how, I want to give you a pep talk. It feels to me as though I want to say to you, do you know how good you are? Do you know how talented you are? Do you know that you've got everything you need? The magician is almost like, I want to sort of push the magician in your face. He can create what he wants. He can make life and work and business. It's like got all the skills. It's like you're hired. It's that kind of thing. Business. I do feel because I've got both sides of it flanking the magician is that you've got like the ideas, you've got the longevity gene, you've got the wherewithal, you've got the ability, you've got the stomach for it, if you know what I mean. So it just feels like hold your nerve, trust your skill set, brush up if you feel you need to brush up. But I feel as though you're so on it, you've got unlimited skills to do what you'd like to do. Now, if it was like more in depth, we would talk about exactly what and how and when. But for you, I just feel like the sky is the limit. There is no stopping you once you put your mind to something. So if anything, it would be just sort of a lack of confidence or feeling like it's going to take a long time. But for you, I feel like if it does take a long time, that's even better, because these are quite a slow burn. But it does mean when we get there, we know where we are, we know what we've done, we know that we've built up from the ground up, and that we're absolutely able to do it. And I feel like you've got a lot of new ideas. This is the bottom card. You can bring ideas all day long, and you can act on them, and you can bring them into existence. It's like you can manifest that which you have as a notion, because with the magician is as above, so below. So what we can manifest from our ideas into our mind, into the reality, into the world, into a lucrative business. So the answer for that is yeah. Absolutely, Amanda. Donna. Don. Hello, Pamela. I hope that made sense, Manda. I'm with Donna Roy. If you're here, darling. Are you here, girlfriend? Donna, if you're still here, that would be brilliant. I don't know what cards you might like. Let's give you these pussycats. They get a lot of views. If you have a preference and you saw me using a deck, you can say, Lisa, put those cards on. I want those ones. Or if you want an aminal. Right, Donna. What do I need to know? What does Donna need to know right now? Let's see. I will do my best to get to lots of it. Oh, good. Thanks, Amanda. Mandy Ray. Okie dokie. Donna. Wait for your cards to fall. These are yours. The 5 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Interesting. So again, you know what? It seems like there's a theme emerging among us, because that often happens when we come together as a community this way. This is about kind of arguments that have gone on, disagreements, people that want to be right and no, I'm right, no, I am, listen to me, don't listen to me. And I want to just kind of get away from that to the point where I just go my own way, because with the Page of Wands, it's like, it's very cute for one thing, but also it's very much about my embryonic ideas about what I would like to do. And sometimes it's not easy for you. I feel kind of, because I've got strength as well on the bottom. How adorable is that? I feel for you that it doesn't feel so easy to get where I want to go sometimes. I feel like I'm plaiting fog or wading through like pea soup in a way. It feels like I would like things to move quicker than they are, but there are always there's almost like I've got a thorn in my side, if that makes sense. The thorn in one side is something that sort of makes us, hi Sam, makes us feel as though we can't do what we want to do, because there's always a little niggly thing that's just like, oh, if only that wasn't there, I could do this, or if only this wasn't, that person didn't keep saying blah, 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 whatever it is, I would do better. But actually you have to get away from that. Even if you can't physically get away from that, you have to divert your thoughts. It's almost like, you know, put like this goes on over here, my thoughts are going over here. If I concentrate on what is good for me, and I've got that strength of mind and that presence of mind to be able to notice it and not get embroiled in it, then I will get where I need to go. And it's so much better for you if you can focus on the things that are working for you rather than the things that are irritating to you. And obviously the things that are irritating and annoying are where our attention goes, because as like I feel like we're wired that way as humans, you know, because it's for safety reasons in like prehistoric times. But for you, that doesn't have to be that. So if you focus on the good stuff, the other stuff will sort of filter away, even if you have to put earphones on to do it. Like if you wanted to work on a plane and a baby was crying and he couldn't work, and then you would like, you haven't achieved anything. But for you, if you can blot that out, you will achieve. And that's where it's at for you. It's really important that your focus is on the things you need it to be on. Otherwise, you lose out, you know? And I don't want that for you, Donna. I hope that makes sense. Itchy, excuse me. Certain eyeliner makes my eye itch. Right then. Isabel Milner. Oh, sweet. I will give you a oracle. I would say a oracle. It should be an oracle. You're welcome. Does that make sense, Don? Nice to see you. Don't feel you have to leave. You can stay on right to the end. I'm here until 5. What are you having for your dinner tonight? Isabel is an oracle for Isabel. Nice to see you. I will do my best to get to several more, and to be fair, we've still got the best part of half an hour, so I can do loads more, Isabel. Right then, Isabel. Oh, they're so cute. I can't bear it. It's a mouse spirit which says tend to the small things. So it's all about the little details for you that you're going to find really important. And this is interesting. On the bottom, I've got reclaim your power with a panther, reclaim your power. So this is really much, you know how sometimes the day can get away from us and we found like we've just got caught up and we haven't done what we intended to do, and there's a pile of things that are quite important, but if we did them straight away, they wouldn't take on the importance that they do, you know. Eggs, chips and beans. Nice. I love that. Brown sauce on the beans. So for you, it's very much like, let's do each little thing that comes along rather than having like a to-do list or a pile. Let's do them as they come in. So if a bill comes to you and it's not on direct debit, let's deal with it today. Let's wait, because the small things become big things, and then they become quite an obstacle for us. Like they become like something you have to climb over, when in the beginning they were quite doable. And I want that for you, because it makes you feel much more empowered. Because when we talk about reclaiming our power, it's like, I need to be in charge of certain things. I need to be the one that makes decisions that will affect me and perhaps other people. I don't want you to be disempowered by giving your power away to, by giving your power away to anyone else as well. So if you know that you can do it, please do it. Even if you set aside like an hour a day. Do you know what it reminds me of, Isabel? Do you remember when we went to school and we had like, I don't know, 6 weeks summer holiday, but we had homework to do. Did we do it the first day? No, we didn't. When did we do it? The day before we went back the next term. And that's what this is. And if only we could have just, you know, but then it became, we can't do it the night before. We can't. So for you, it's really about remembering it, and it won't keep happening. If you start to get into the habit, you'll feel a lot better. But I do feel it's really difficult if you leave it. And I know we all do that. So I'm going to leave that with you, girlfriend. Thank you so much. Kerry, I'm not doing mediumship today. Bless you. Jemmy, happy anniversary in 12 days. I know, Isabel. So you know what? Maybe today's a changing day in your life. Jemmy, oh, did you see that? Probably not. But they went all over the floor. To excuse me for one moment. Always doing that. It doesn't matter where I am. I'm always dropping them. Hate doing that. I did it once on a floor that had slats. And I thought, oh my God, they're going to go through. But they didn't. Hi, Caroline. Amy, I know you've been here quite a while. I will do my best. Isabel's going to change everything. Jemmy, happy anniversary. I'm going to do you tarot. No, not that one. This one. I've got quite a few. Hi, Kimberly. I'm good. Thank you. How are you? Jemmy's almost anniversary. What are we going to do to celebrate? Jemmy. That's for you, matey. Page of Wands. I will show you them. Okay. Oh, wow. So we've got quite a lot of what we call major things going on. So this is about, all right, so this is a wake-up call for you. Let me tell you the short of it. I'll show you and then tell you the long of it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kimberly. So for you, the judgment, this talks about suddenly we see things as they really are. We are born again. We get to change. We get to do a do-over. So it's almost like there's some things either as a couple, but it feels a little bit more like it actually could be as a couple for the two of you, because you mentioned your anniversary coming up. And so that was forefront in your mind. And this card speaks to like allowing things to kind of change and grow so that you can kind of almost like renewing your vows in a way. I wonder if that's a thing you might like to do or you've done, because it feels a bit like that. It's like this raccoon is serenading this little doodah here. What is it? A little tiny raccoon. And so with the changes that come upon us after we've been with someone for a long time, we have to allow that change to be a thing that we can embrace in our life. And when we have death and rebirth, it is about the kind of, what do we get to go into? What do we metamorphosize into as a relationship together? So and because I've got the Knight of Cups on the bottom, it's a frog. Or toad. It speaks to kind of pursuing the love aspect. It speaks to the love aspect, kind of renewal, just like growth, more love, more. So how do we make it feel more romantic? That kind of thing. I feel like I want to just kind of indulge the romance in my relationship. You, not me, because I'm not in your relationship, Jemmy. So it feels very much like this is where I'm at for you. If you wanted to get into a situation where you could have a second honeymoon or a renewal or get tattoos, matching tattoos, just something that's kind of like a celebration more than an anniversary. Although an anniversary is a great milestone, it's a little bit more that let's celebrate this in a different way. Oh, Kimberly. Why are you doing that? Yeah, I've read it. I can't take the time to read it all. I'm really sorry. But what I will say is, if this is how you're feeling, why are you doing that? Yes. Okay, Jemmy. That's good. Do it. Do more. And let me see the tattoos when you get them. I feel like there's something like get your portrait sketched, something together, you know, that you would love. But yeah, enjoy. God bless you. Yeah, that's not enough though, Kim. You have to think, why? Why do I? What is it I love? I feel like I can't work with you in the depth that you might need at this point because it would take longer to get into it for you. And bless your heart. And I'm really sorry, but the questions I would ask myself are, what do I love so much about this person, and why am I feeling this way? If this is a love match, why am I with someone that makes me feel this way? You don't have to tell me. And I love him is not an answer, not really, because that's a catch-all. You need to dig into the branches of how that works and how love feels for you. Does love make you unhappy and sad and struggle and worried? You might need to look at that. And I feel like this is a much longer reading than we can do here right now. And I send you all the very best. You know that I do. And I send healing, but I want you to look at the questions that would come up if it was your best friend asking you what you've just said to me. Because I don't feel like that's how it should be for you. Hi, Chloette. Sarah, how you doing? It depends how his bad place manifests, but you can take some space. You can, and you can recommend the help that he needs with a doctor or a psychologist or whatever it is you feel like is necessary. And you need to look after your own mental health. Angel, yes. Angel, I will work with you right now this minute. Angel, yeah. I feel like you need to look after yourself, and you know that. Angel, bless you. I've got this one. I think it's called, I don't know what's it called. I don't keep them in the boxes anymore. The boxes are there. Right, Angel. If you have questions, please do ask. Angel. Not you, obviously, because I've already picked yours. Right, the Four of Wands, celebrating the Ten of Swords and the Hermit. Okay, matey. So for you, Angel. No, not at all, Kimberly. It's absolutely fine. Bless your heart. I'm sending you lots of love. So for Angel. So good I named it twice. Right, what I want to say to you is that there's something that's happened that started off pretty good, then we had to leave it. I'm going to give you the short of it. This is not about that because I got the question after. So what I want to say to you, this is something completely different, Angel, because I didn't see that before I pulled the cards. So if you ask for a question, please ask it at the time, but you're going to get a completely different thing here. This is what you need to know. This is about something that is actually finished, overdone with, a situation in your life that is gone and over with, that you thought that was quite good to begin with. It was quite a secure space that you were in, but now it has to be something that you let go of so that you can take some time out for yourself. Now, this is a beautiful card. This is the Hermit, who can only think well when he's on his own, when he's like, you know, when we tune out the noise, when we like we unplug, we turn off the computer, we turn off the TV, the radio, and all the noises that distract us, because we love a bit of distraction. So for you, this is about knowing where I am. I do feel some tears with you, and I know you asked me about something that's completely different, but what I want to say to you, this is about something else. I do feel some tears with you about a situation that's been 12 years already. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a romantic. Hi, Deborah. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It just needs to be something that you have to put in the past and let go of, and know that your best thinking is done quietly and on your own without any other chatter. It is about moving to a new space. So being alone, that might well be your choice. But what I want to say to you is that your best thinking is still to come. And I feel like there are some things that need thinking about so that you can kind of adjust to the here and now with your thought processes, so that you can start to look forward to things in a different way. I'm not saying that you don't, but there are things to be done to look forward to that you can only get to once I'm expecting to move to a new house. Oh, good. I like that. So you'll be leaving this place behind. So yeah, all of these things, when we move on, it's not about looking over our shoulder. It's about very much looking forward. So I will leave that with you, matey. I'm sorry that I got your question after I pulled the cards. It's always, if you do have a question, please do ask me at the time, because I know there's a lag. Bless you. So I'll leave that with you. Who's been here really ages? I feel like some of you might have been here absolutely ages. You're welcome. I hope it made sense in some way. Right then. Just going to see if anyone's been here a really long time that's asked me for a reading. Don't think so. I can just see, I can see some hellos and some symbols, but I can't see anyone asking. Let me see where I'm at now. Deborah. Oh, Amy, did you ask me? Amy's been here ages. I'm going to work with you, Amy. Bless you. Amy. No health, no fertility, no legal. If you have a health concern, please do go see a doctor. If you have a legal concern, please talk to someone professionally equipped to do that. Right, Amy, I'm with you. Amy. Knight of Wands. Okay. The Nine of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So sometimes this is quite, oh my goodness. I don't know if I actually like this for you. It's quite interesting. Let me show you. They're very grown up cards. I'm going, do you know what? I'm going to put them away. Let me see if I actually do like them for you, because I don't know if I do. Okay, I do. So what I want to say to you, Amy Louise, doesn't feel easy what we do on a, you know how some people, it feels like they just glide through, and sometimes it doesn't feel like that for you. I feel as though I'm sort of besieged, is that the word? Beleaguered on all sides. Sometimes I try really hard. I go after the dreams that I have all the things. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, but then I get kind of stonewalled, and it's very much about kind of going back to basics. Amy, does this make sense? It's about going back to a place where you start again in some aspects, and you feel like, okay, so if I'm getting got at, sometimes there's a reason why people are getting at us, and it's not because of us, it's because of them. And it's almost like I've got to keep going, because what I've got is important. What I want to do is important. And when you see this Nine of Wands, it's like I've got to a point where, oh, just like, no, it's enough now. I'm quite tired. This is what I'm getting, where it's like, can you just all leave me alone so that I can have a little rest and regather myself. I juggle a lot. Yeah, regather myself, regather my thoughts. But for you, I want to sort of look ahead a little bit further. It's almost like, can I see into the future with what I would like? And yes, I can, because this is about your comfort, your home comforts, the way that you look after yourself. Let's start to do that in a more meaningful way now. Let's start to save more money if we can. Let's kind of it just feels like going back to basics, more natural, more earthy, all the things. It's almost like someone, I'm not saying you go on a special diet, but it's almost like, let's think about what we eat. Let's think about the nutrients. Let's think about the people that bring us the nutrients as well, if you like, the kind of people that nourish our spirit and soul. Because I just feel as though some of it just leaves me feeling like I just need to sort of put a tea bag on my face, on each eye, and lie down with a cucumber under there, but I haven't got time. So it's like there's quite a lot going on for you, bless you. I just feel like once you start looking ahead and planning ahead more than you are, the day-to-day feels a little bit easier, if that makes sense. It's quite a lot. Deborah. Hi, Kerry Ann. Deborah Chapman, general for me, please. I will. Deborah. Let me use these. Deborah. Is that a meerkat? I've got some of them. I love them. Hi, Leanne. Deborah Chapman. What do you need to know? Right, here we are. High Priestess. Very nice. Right then, Mrs. Okay. This is interesting. So this is about you. I don't know if we've worked together before. We might have, but please don't think me rude if I don't remember, because once it's gone, it's gone. But what I want to say for you, this is like, I feel quite tuned in with you, because the High Priestess is a person that very much, she's very aware, very sort of tuned in, very like, can walk into a room and I know what's going on in this room. I know what's going on with the people and the atmosphere. But for you, this is about starting something that you already know. Because when I see the Fool and the Six of Cups, it's almost like, let's start again, but let's go back to something we've done before, which is a bit weird. So I feel like you're going to understand it. It's almost like doing something that you already know, that is familiar to you, but in a different way. It's interesting because I want to use my skills, my intuition, and it's almost like you don't know what you don't know yet. So there's more to unfold for you. It's very much a subconscious thing where you kind of tune into your subconscious to find out more about what you would like to do. So if you're not sure about what you'd like to do right now, like what more can I do in my life, then it does speak to you kind of, let's do some meditation, even if that sounds boring. Because it doesn't have to be boring, because you can do it quickly. But it almost will bring up something for you, a form of satisfaction that you will find you are very good at. And because I've got the Seven of Wands, it's like other people see that you're being good at it as well. It's an interesting concept, really. Yeah, confidence is everything for some people. And we all know how difficult it is when our confidence is low. It takes a lot from us. It's like, how much would you love to sort of, I don't know, juggle on a unicycle on Britain's Got Talent, but it's fear that stops you. So for you, it's about very much trusting your judgment, trusting your intuition, meditate on it if that's not too boring, and just take a leap. Because look at that dog, he's just jumped straight off and he's kind of thrown himself into it, and it's working well, and it will bring you something of yourself that you had when you were little. And a lot of children are way more confident than adults because they haven't been told yet that they haven't got that self-consciousness, and that's a good thing. We want to imagine, that thing like, let's dance like no one's watching. It's that kind of thing, really. So what would you love to do? And if I gave you a shot of confidence, what would you do? Would I do more than I'm doing now? Probably. Wouldn't we all? So I'm going to leave that with you. So I will hope that makes sense for you. Thank you. Welcome, Amy. Shemaine. I'll work with you right now. Right then, I feel like I want to give you an animal oracle for Shemaine. I hope you're still here. Good, Deborah. Sometimes you just got to pretend to be confident. Hi, Darren. Right, Shemaine. Aminal for Shemaine. Oracle. Shemaine. So you've got Flamingo Spirit, which says embrace the in-between. So for you, that's like the grey areas. Do you know what I mean? Because they're so brightly coloured. Sometimes we think everything's black and white, and there's no place for the detail. And the bottom card for you is wrong way. Dragonfly Spirit, truth transcends illusion. So for you, interestingly, what I want to say, when we embrace the in-between, we get to colour. We get a full sense of what's going on. We get a full sense of colour. Nothing is black and white. Everything has detail. And there's a show on at the moment that a lot of people have seen called Baby Reindeer. And that really speaks to the grey areas. It speaks to kind of nothing. We can't pass judgment. And this is for you about kind of finding out more information before you make choices, before you make decisions. And that speaks to the truth transcending illusion, because it's so easy to make a judgment on something and so easy to sit in judgment. But if we were in a different space and we could see those grey areas more closely, and I feel like that's a lesson for that show, Baby Reindeer. Yeah, it's a complete lesson in how to look at the grey areas and find out why we are motivated to do what we do. Because if we just made a judgment and says she's wrong, he's right, he's right, it doesn't work that way. And this is very much where it's at for you. So it's very much about questioning things a little bit more, Shemaine. Question. And then when you get the answers and they sit right with you, you'll know that you're in the right space. And then even then you don't have to make a judgment, because I know a lot of us are very quick to judge. I know I am. And we need to kind of sit on that a little while, because nothing's as simple as it seems. And that is a great lesson in that for you. And the truth, when we find out the truth, it sometimes breaks down what we imagined, and that can be a little bit disappointing. So sometimes we sort of like, don't tell me, it's that kind of thing. But actually, the more we know, the more we're empowered to move on and make good choices. So that's really where I'm at for you, girlfriend. And these are really pretty. Flamingo and the wrong way and dragonfly spirit. Oh, thanks, Darren. Australia, what are you doing there? It's 12 hours or 13 hours different, I think. Right then, I know some of you have been here a really long time, and I hate that you've had to wait, and you might not even get a reading today. Let me see. Darren, I'll work with you, Darren. Are you here, matey? Let me pull you tarot. Darren. Oh, great, Shemaine, thanks. It's nice to get your feedback, new comments. Oh, thanks, Leanne. You're sweet. You're a long way away. I'm just finishing up with Married at First Sight, Australia. Could it be any better? It's so good. I like Timothy the best. Darren, right then, mate. Darren Kelly. Oh, yes, please. Definitely going to pull for what you need to know right now, matey. Darren. The Four of Cups. I'll show you them. I'll yell them out, but then I will show you them. These are aminals. Okay, matey. So have we been in a little bit of in our heads a little bit? Because when I see these two cards together, I feel this is a bunny, this is an owl. I do feel like I've been in my head quite a lot. I feel as though I cannot. It's not about necessarily overthinking, but it's about thinking about things that don't make me happy. And I say me, I mean you. I just want to kind of choose a better space to be in a better mindset. Where are you? Thank you. I feel, because I've got temperance here, this very much speaks to the middle ground. And sometimes I feel like you're going to take a thought, you're going to run with it, and it's not always going to be a thought that makes you happy. And it's often the way we don't kind of spend lots of time thinking how lovely everything is. And for you can get into a mindset which takes you on a bit of a downer, if you will. And I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to think to yourself, where do I take my thoughts? Where do I allow? You're going to say, I don't allow it, but you do have some agency in it, because it's a bit like, pick a thought and you've got 20 going on in your mind, and you'll probably pick the one where someone said to you 30 years ago, if you were born, that your hair didn't look great that day or something, and that'll be the thought, rather than the person who said to you look good today, mate, or you're so fun, I really love hanging out with you. That won't be the thought. So for you, it's very much about noticing that, and please getting into your power and because I feel like your energy drains quite quickly if you're not careful. It falls out of your solar plexus. So for you, it's very much about making sure that doesn't happen, and not getting into any avoiding as much stress as you can. And I know that's not easy, but I'm going to leave that with you, matey, because I feel like your thoughts are really powerful, and so let's choose them to be more positive. And I know that just sounds, oh, well, that's easy for you to say, but I do feel as though once you notice it, you can start picking the better ones. Hi, Marianne. We're on the last minute right now, so I'm not going to start another reading. It's really, really nice seeing you all. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm here every week. And oh, bless you. Thank you. If you want to look for me privately, my name is Lisa Edelman, and I'm on here. I'm on here quite a lot, but private work is done in my inbox by on camera like this, but you'll be there as well. So please do look out for me, and I would love to work with some more of you next week. I'm so sorry if I didn't get to you, Leanne, Jennifer. I'm sorry I didn't get to you. I would love to have, and please don't think it's rude. I just couldn't get to everyone. God bless. See you again. Have a lovely week. For some water.